I think if I hear you call me Becky one more time, six-pack, I'm gonna pop your tops. All six of them.
Ice Cube directed this movie called
You better be key.
Players
Nobody's
Club.
gonna hire you, man.
Fuck him. Fuck him.
You were in Players Club.
Yeah, I was in Players Club. So,
Yeah.
and this is Ice Cube directed. All right, y'all, move the thing. Move the thing. Action. They don't even say action like, all right, get busy with it. Get busy with your, roll the cameras. Motherfucker, you gonna say action? Cut on that camera right there. We gonna move to the gun scene. And then we gonna work on the soundtrack.
Hey, this is Matt. Once again, welcome back to another review. This is another... Just to stop for a second, thank you to everyone who has pledged to my Patreon and supported me, as well as to the variety of people that sent in requests via PayPal, whether for me to review a movie or whatever it may be, movie that I've already reviewed to re-review, or someone had me review a wrestling, which was pretty fun, the wrestling pay-per-view. I'm fairly open to that, other than a stage play. If anyone ever wants to join me on my Patreon, the link to that's down below. If everyone wants to shoot a PayPal request, the link to my PayPal is down below as well. Now this is for Antonio, who wanted my thoughts on the 1998 film The Players Club, which I had heard of because I knew this was directed by Ice Cube. Might be the only film Ice Cube has directed. I'm not sure about that. I know it was released by New Line Cinema, because at the time Ice Cube was having success with the Friday films. And I'm sorry, I thought this movie sucked. I was not a fan of this film. I mean, this is around the time where a lot of movies decided that the subject matter at hand should be about strippers. Because you had Showgirls that Paul Verhoeven directed, you had Striptease with Demi Moore, and then you have this film, The Players Club. And it's the first film Ice Cube directed. I'm trying to look up if it's the last film he directed. It should be. Because he did a decent cast. LisaRaye as the lead, who's a college student who wants to be a journalist. She is kicked out of her home. One thing leads to another. She needs money. She has a kid, so she starts working at this strip club. The strip club is called The Players Club. And this is about her time there, including having to deal with her younger cousin who's out of control, but the lead girl's trying to watch out for her, but she doesn't want to listen. Bernie Mac, may rest in peace, he plays the owner, who's a bit dim in the head, who owes money to dangerous people, and the character's name is Dollar Bill. Jamie Foxx as the DJ, who I guess becomes the love interest of the lead girl, but they don't really delve into that as much as they should have and could have, because you got Jamie Foxx, who could be a very funny guy and very charismatic guy, charm, I should say. He could have a lot of charm. it feels like Jamie Foxx is barely in the movie. And then when it got to the point that, oh wait, they're going out with each other, that's news to me. And that's why I think Ice Cube, I honestly feel like he worried more about the soundtrack than about movie making and directing. I'm like, just stick to playing yourself in movies and music. Because I'm sorry, Ice Cube, you're not F. Gary Gray, who's a good director. You're not Antoine Fuqua. You're not John Singleton. May he rest in peace. And as far as I know, this is the only film he directed. Because I could deal with him as an actor. I love the first Friday. Next Friday is fun. The third Friday I wasn't a fan of. But I like the first two. I enjoy Anaconda. I reviewed Three Teens. Just reviewed that a few weeks ago. I really enjoy that. Don't give a shit about ride-along films or Triple X State of the Union or Fist Fight. But yeah, other people in the film, you have John Amos, yes, from Good Times, the TV show from back in the day. He was also in movies like Coming to America, who is the owner of the Not McDonald's, the McDougal's, the father of the girl that Eddie Murphy fell in love with in Coming to America. That's John Amos. He's here as a cop who harasses people. His partner is Faizon Love, who is Big Worm in Friday. Other people, you have Ice Cube playing him, a henchman, working for the, I guess you call it, what do you call him, a drug lord? The guy that Bernie Mac owes money to. So Ice Cube works for him. Also, who was it, like Charlie Murphy and Terrence Howard. They also worked for the bad guys. Michael Clark Duncan makes a small little appearance as a bodyguard. Tiny Lister Jr., blinking you miss him, as a bouncer of the club. I mean, I look at all these names that Ice Cube got. Bernie Mac, Jamie Foxx, John Amos, Tiny Lister, Charlie Murphy, Terrence Howard, Faizon Love, Michael Clark Duncan. And so many of these people I've named are so poorly utilized that many of them, you feel like they're barely in the fucking movie. Because one of the bad things about this film, okay, it's either trying to be a comedy or it's trying to be a drama. Some people say it's a dark comedy. I don't know about that. It's not funny enough to be a comedy, and the drama is watered down because things don't either flow or they're not given enough time to bloom into fruition. Like, oh, Jamie Foxx's character DJ is in love with the lead girl and they have a relationship? Really? Again, that was news to me. And at times it seems as if the movie doesn't really know what story it wants to tell. Because it seems, okay, it's about this girl and she's going to study journalism. She needs money because she's kicked out of her home. And then, okay, she's got to find a way to support her kid while going to college, raise money for college tuition. Okay, that's what the movie's about. A little bit like striptease, but not really, which I actually don't mind striptease with Demi Moore. I think of all the they're strippers. Of all those three stripper movies, I would say Striptease is honestly the best of the three. Granted, it's not a great movie, but I could watch it over. Like, Showgirls is kind of funny for how shitty it is. I could kind of laugh at points of it, so it's somewhat enjoyable. This, though, I just thought was unfocused. I was mentioning the story. Okay, you think it's going to be about that? Nope. Cuts to, oh, it's 4 years later. She's been working there. And now there's this cousin that lives with her, and she wants a job there. Okay, oh no, it's about Bernie Mac, and he owes money, and then he gets put into this trunk of a car, and then these dirty cops. Are they working for the bad guys? Or no, pretty much they take Charlie Murphy and Terrence Howard away, so Bernie Mac is left in the trunk, blah, blah, blah. Later on, they come back, they get Bernie Mac out of the trunk. It's not about that. Now it's about the younger cousin and the lead character having friction with each other. Okay, I guess it's about that now. But then let's cut to, here's this one stripper with a bunch of cops and going, why aren't you looking at me? Oh, you don't want to look at me? Assume the position. And the cop assumes the position, starts whipping the guy who's a white guy. I mention that because she has the white guy go, I'm black and I'm proud. Each time she spanks the guy. I'm black and I'm proud. It's almost as if you took a 10-episode TV show and you just cut snippets of each one and put them together for an hour and... How long was this damn movie? Like an hour and 40-some minute movie. That's what it seemed like to me. And then you have this one section where this rapper, Uncle Luke... I'm like, who the hell is Uncle Luke? If you remember back in the day, you had the song... Backtrack a little bit further back. Remember the movie Full Metal Jacket? And in that movie, someone said, me so horny, me love you long time. Then years later, there was a song of Me So Horny where they took snippets of that, and again, they made an entire song based on that. The person who did that is Uncle Luke. So that's who this guy is, playing himself. And Michael Clark Duncan's his bodyguard. Ice Cube's buddy wants to pick a fight. So Michael Clark Duncan pushes him. The guy tries to fight Michael Clark Duncan. The other guys throw Ice Cube's buddy out the window. Now, if you think anything else is going to come of that, no. Oh, well, is the rapper going to come back? Or is Ice Cube and the buddy going to get retribution on this guy? Is it going to lead to something? Or is it going to lead to the club being closed down or investigation? No. And people go, well, man, why does it matter? If this is just a dumb, silly comedy where it's in the life of either a day or a week or a weekend of this place, kind of like Friday, I'd be fine with that. But it's also trying to be this serious drama. I say that because this is the same film where 1 minute I said you have a woman telling the cop to assume the position and get spanked while you say, I'm black and I'm proud. But it's the same movie where later on, the younger cousin gets brutally raped, which we don't see, but we hear enough of it. So the lead and Jamie Foxx find the girl bloodied up and take her to the hospital. Again, we don't see it, so I give credit to that, but I'm like, that's a hell of a shift in tone. And like I said, there's parts that should have had some development, like Jamie Foxx and the lead. It had some actual development of the stuff. Would have been nice. So I don't know, there's certain things where things didn't really click with me. And I thought this was a talented cast for the most part that was wasted on a bad script by Ice Cube, because Ice Cube wrote it, directed it, produced it, and then had a role in it. So this is Ice Cube's baby. Of course, the first one has to be at a strip club. This is why he doesn't write direct movies. And it wasn't a bomb. It cost $5 million and made $23 million, so 4 times his budget, over that. But the movie ends, spoiler alert, the lead girl gets in a cat fight with this one bitch who had, I guess she's a gay stripper or a bi stripper that molested the lead when she was drunk, but also her brother had a hand in the rape of her cousin. So they have like a little cat fight. And then her and Jamie Foxx leave, and then the guy who wants his money shoots up, which I didn't understand this. He goes in, he shoots up the place. Then they're about to leave. They go a couple hundred, I mean, I forget how far. Not too far. They drive a little bit. And then they blow it up with like a bazooka. And I'm going, if you don't blow up the entire place with a rocket launcher bazooka anyway, why do you go in and shoot up the place? You went in to shoot up the place, but no one's even going to notice that because you just blew the fuck out of it up anyway. See what I mean by the script doesn't really connect 100% of the dots? I'm gonna go in, take that. I move a little bit, take that. I'm like, well, I'm glad you shot the place up for no one to fucking see and no one to fucking, like, what was even the point? Like, everyone had already gotten out. I'm gonna shoot your place up. Haha. Oh, you know what? Haha. It just seemed redundant. That's the word I'm looking for. It seemed like a bit redundant. The lead girl, LisaRaye, was there, but I was indifferent on a character, one way or another. Bernie Mac, I like Bernie Mac. His role in this didn't do much for me. Jamie Foxx, very underutilized. Very underutilized. He didn't get to showcase his comedic talents as much as he could have. He didn't seem like he was in the film that much. But based on him being the DJ and fall in love with the lead girl and them having like, you would think they would have some actual screen time for that, but no. And that's what I mean. That's one of the big flaws with the script by Ice Cube. And again, you want to have Charlie Murphy, Terrence Howard being over the top and going, you need to get back to me, man. Talking like that. But then you want to throw in a rape scene in there too. I'm like, what tone are you really going for with this movie? And at the end of the day, as a comedy, I didn't really laugh that much. As a strip club movie, I don't remember seeing as much nudity as I would have liked, to be fucking honest. The songs, maybe they're just not my cup of tea, the soundtrack. It's not because, well, you just don't like rap. No, I like the soundtrack to Friday. Keep their heads ringing. Ding, ding, dong. Ding, 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 dong. Keep their heads ringing. No, it's just the songs in here I didn't give a shit about. I mean, I know I got number 10 at the Billboard 200. You know, peeking at it. But these are Ice Cube, DMX, Master P. We Be Clubbin' with Ice Cube. Guess that was supposed to be the big song for the movie that I don't remember a fucking thing about. Yeah, none of these songs I really didn't give a shit about. So, sorry Antonio, I didn't really care for the film. I'm glad I saw it once, because I heard a lot about it. Well, not a lot, but back to the day, I'd be like, yeah, I remember that guy, he was in Friday. What's this movie? I don't know. But at least I saw it once, never had to see it again. But thanks for watching, take care, and Ice Cube, I gotta say, man, Ice Cube, don't fucking direct your movies. Alright, man, let someone else do it. Who got the guns? And who got the soundtrack? See you guys later. See you in the next video. Bye-bye.